Hello everyone, you're tuned into Music Box. Our next guest is a quirky British songwriter who is sure to put a smile on your face. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Laura Saggers.
Chasing shadows, chasing dreams. They say crazy, and I don't know what that means. I take my life with a little pinch of salt, and if that's not I choose to be spending my days carefree. When it's all said and done, I prefer to live young, 'cause I'm chasing shadows, chasing dreams. They say crazy, and I don't know what that means. Chasing shadows, chasing dreams. They say crazy, and I don't know what that means. What's with this pressure everybody puts on me to find the one settled down and start a family? Such a bright idea, and I light it if it comes my way. But I'm here and now, and I'm having too much fun today, 'cause I'm chasing shadows, chasing dreams. They say crazy, and I don't know what that means. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Welcome back to Music Box. Joining me on set now is Laura Saggers. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Michelle. It's great to be here.
So, you know what? I want to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
And I believe we shot a video, so why don't we take a look at that video?
My name is Laura Saggers. I am a professional singer-songwriter originally from England, now living in Santa Monica, California. There's a lot of things that I was inspired by to write about. So I'll find a story that I really like, and then I'll try and work out how do I write about that person. It makes it way more challenging. my best songs that I've ever written have taken 5 minutes max. The ones that take forever, so the ones that aren't fresh and they're still going to be really good, but the ones that I've just like are super raw and come from within, they're the ones that I can dot out on a piece of paper and they'll be complete within 5 minutes. And those are definitely my best ones that I've released so far. I want to be able to look back in my life and realize I've done everything I possibly wanted to do, and I realized at a very young age that music was that, and you just have to make stuff happen. You go out there and you make your dreams come true, and I won't stop.
So Laura, you mentioned that you just like to go out and get it.
I do.
That's a great attitude to have. How's that helped you?
It's done wonders. I mean, I fully believe in all of that philosophy, the type of, if you want something, you just go out and do it yourself. I've never been one to rely on anyone for help, even though I'm so grateful for those that do. But if you sit there and, you know, just sit back and expect things to happen to you, especially in this industry, it's why? It's not going to happen. So I'm very much into making things work for me.
Now I hear the British accent.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Where's your background? England?
I was born up near San Francisco, but my parents are British. So we stayed in California for about 8 years, and then we moved back to England. So going to school, I'd have a very, very American accent, and then I'd come home and it would be really British. So, and then lived in England for like all of my teenage years. So I don't honestly know when I'm talking in what accent. But people are like, are you American or are you like British?
Well, you switch back and forth so perfectly.
I do.
It's almost like bipolar accents.
I like that. That's like awesome.
Tell me a little bit about your musical education. You did a lot in the UK, right?
Yeah.
When did you study the Russian technique?
I had a friend, when I decided that I wanted to do piano, it was around 4 years old, and my family are very non-musical in the sense that they didn't really know what to do with a kid that's sitting there having a tantrum that she wants to play piano, because normally it's the other way around. You're trying to force a kid to do a music instrument. I was determined, and once I have an idea in my head, I really don't stop till I get it. So they finally got me a piano, and my mother's friend had a Russian piano teacher, and she was pretty hardcore.
Earlier you were telling me that you teach from very young to more mature, let's say.
The youngest kid I have at the moment is 4 years old, and the oldest is 96.
Wow, 96 years old.
She's all there.
Is she like the granny DJ? You know who I'm talking about, right? There's like a 90s.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, it's in a.
What does she do?
Once,
you teach her piano?
once a month I take all my students to a retirement home in the Palisades, and I make them perform in front of all the residents there as a way to give back to the community in the talent that they're learning. It also humbles the kids. So
nice.
It's really, really important for me to encourage that with children. But one of the residents there came up to me and was like, I really want to start to learn piano. And I was like, are you serious? Don't you just want to chill back and relax? And she's like, no, and they want to do something with their brains. Like, just because they're in a retirement home doesn't mean, you know, they're not all there. And she's on fire.
Bitcoins, I want to talk about Bitcoins.
Oh, who doesn't?
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Well, you know, I had no idea what Bitcoins were until I read your little bio, and then...
You're not alone.
And then I had to do research and get technologically savvy and educated and all that stuff. Okay, so Bitcoins, long story short, former currency that you can use online.
I started reading up about it. I was introduced to it by a really good friend of mine, and he sat down and explained it to me, and I found it fascinating. And then I realized that no one was doing anything creative with it. I mean, some people had tried, but not like on a big level to, you know, release a single that's a singer-songwriter's actually gone ahead and written. They've done lots of cover songs and replaced the word Bitcoin in it, but not actually someone who sat there and actually wrote a song about Bitcoin and to also make it into a love song. So that suits my styling. So I was like, oh, this is brilliant. And so I used that as a subject to sit there and write a love song about it. And it got picked up by LA Times and the Wall Street Journal, and it was a massive roller coaster. I was just so honored by everyone who was so into it, because it was such a new thing for a girl to talk about.
Well, you know, the video was so fun to watch. Why don't we take a look at that video just a little bit?
I don't have 10,000 Bitcoin, yeah, I've barely got a dime. But a day does not go by where I don't work hard and I try to be the best that I can be. And when you're by my side, I don't need rocks and diamond pearls, 'cause I'm the richest girl in love alive.
So, you know, like we mentioned earlier, you do a lot of acting, and a lot of that comes out in the video. Is that something that you want to do more of?
I would love to. I've told myself moving here that I have to concentrate on one thing to establish myself as a musician. And I think when you're younger, and especially as a woman in the industry, it's much better to start younger and I can always go into acting later. Or if an opportunity arises, I would love it. I love doing accents, I love doing voiceovers, and I love doing comedy acting. I just have to, I can't spread myself too thin. So if I'm in charge of most of what I do, and then right now I can just focus on music until the opportunities start rolling in.
Ooh,
but
rolling in,
yeah.
Nice. Now, if you were to act in a major movie that has already been produced,
oh,
what would
good
it be?
question. I like Zooey Deschanel. I think she's amazing. I don't know if it would be movie, but if I was to do something along the lines of what type of character, I love her from, what is it, Girl Next Door? What is it? What is it? What is she in? New Girl.
Thank you, director. The
Thanks.
New Girl.
New Girl. I love that show. It's so fun, and she's brilliant. She's super quirky, and that would be my ideal character to act, because it's funny, it's sweet, and I think I would do really well
And
in
is
that
that
character.
who you are?
Pretty much. So it wouldn't really
Quirky
be
and funny
acting.
and
It would
sweet?
just be like learning lines that come out of my
Saggers
mouth.
playing Laura Saggers.
I know, but it would be easy.
Well, some other exciting things are going on with you musically. Your single dropped in October. Yeah, Move On. Wonderful song.
Thank you.
And I'm so excited to have you wrap up the show with that later. In fact, the director for your video for Move On is also directing Music Box today. You've already met him.
I know, he's fabulous.
He's made you do all kinds of stuff with the slow-mo hair and all that.
Oh, he knows how to make me look good.
Okay, well, you know what? Well, they're telling me, actually, to move on with the interview, so we're going to wrap it up here.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, exactly.
So clever.
And we're going to go to break. So we'll go to break, but stay with us, because when we come back, Laura's going to teach me a little lesson on the keytar. Hi, everybody. We're in London on the famous Abbey Road. The Road is best known for the popular recording venue Abbey Road Studios, and, of course, the 1969 album by the Beatles. The album is appropriately called Abbey Road, not only because the band recorded at the studios, but also because this picture of the street's now world-famous crossing appeared on the album's cover. It's something this guy has talked to tourists about for years. Jeff is the owner of St. John's Wood Collectibles.
That's right.
Tell me about your shop, Jeff.
Well, we've been here quite a few years, not since the Beatles, but about 10 years now. Me and my friend, we're big collectors of memorabilia, a lifetime's collection, in fact, 40 years plus. And many of the things we've collected in our lifetime are in this shop.
So any tips for taking a great picture at the crossing?
Well, it should be exactly as the picture taken here. Many people get it wrong. You should take it from the south side of the crossing, looking down towards the north, with the studio on the left. And then you should walk across, preferably in a group of 4. If you want to be strictly correct, you have to dress as they did. With John Lennon in white, he was the priest. Ringo was in black, he was the undertaker. George Harrison was in denims, he was the grave digger, and Paul McCartney was supposed to be dead. This is the myth, legend that was put out at the time. They were recreating this. He had no shoes on, and his last cigarette.
So my red coat is not going to cut it?
No.
Well, thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate it. What's your bestseller here?
Bestseller. Bestseller, believe it or not, is this pen. This pen shows the Beatles moving across the crossing. Very slowly, sometimes. You just tilt it and they cross over. Like that.
Awesome.
That's the bestseller.
I'll take one. Welcome back, and now for the Keytar lesson.
Isn't it beautiful?
It is beautiful.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. This is not standard.
No, it's not.
Because look, this is all white. And
This is how it comes out of the box, and I love it. Roland did a really good job in the design. Mine is better because it has a Union Jack, and my friend Peter Tulani designed it for me, and it's all painted by hand. I have 3 of them at home. They all look different, so yeah.
How many Keytars do you have?
I have 4.
4 Keytars. And you are endorsed by Roland.
Yes, I got endorsed a few years ago.
How did that relationship begin?
I've always wanted to have free reign on stage when you're playing, and when you're stuck behind a keyboard, you're kind of just stuck there. And I'm very much a performer, so I've always wanted to run up and down the stage, and I could never do that. I found this. You can go wireless in it. We're plugged in right now, but you can go wireless in it. And the minute I found that, I bought one and did a photo shoot with it. Sent it to Roland and said, "Hey, what do you think?" And they brought me into the offices the next day, and that was a done deal. So again, that's how you make your opportunities for yourself.
Take notes, guys. What exactly do you do with the keytar on stage? You are running around, but
I hold it up. I'm jumping.
You're like
I'm
a
full-on
guitar player.
Well, it depends which band. 80s, I'm like running around entertaining. If I'm doing my own stuff, it's a little more quiet singer-songwriter stuff. But you know.
No wonder your arms are toned.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Look at that. Look at those guys.
Anywho, moving on. So this sounds my favorite, and let me see if you recognize this. Know it?
Yes. Yes, Sweet Dreams.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So it's one of my favorite songs to play just because it sounds so epic on the guitar. And
okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready to be epic.
Well, do you know where C is? You've been trained before. Amazing, the best student ever. Okay.
Thank you, Miss Shalom. Thank you, Miss Shalom. Okay.
You got C, and then I'm going to go down to the middle black key, which is A flat.
Okay.
Yep. For you, we're going to go a 4 on C, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then change 2, and you're just going to go backwards and forwards.
Do you want me to hold it down or beat it?
Just beat it. 2, 3, and change, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, keep it going.
You have to sing.
I will.
What are some rock faces that you can...
Okay, so let me do that.
Okay.
We're going to do that.
Okay, C.
Yep, and then you're going to go down to A flat, which is the middle black note. Yep. And you're gonna drum it on a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. You're gonna do that on a repeat. Good. So you're gonna keep the whole entire rhythm for this. It's all on to you. Ready?
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, I was getting into it. Go ahead, I'm ready. Okay, stay with us. When Laura comes back, she's going to take the stage again.
Why'd you keep on messing with my mind, yeah.
And we are back on stage with Laura Saggers, looking beautiful, matching your guitar.
Thank you.
Why don't you introduce your band?
I have Simon Petty on guitar.
Hello.
Hello.
And I have Lauren Mashosha on backing vocals. Hi.
Beautiful
And
vocals.
I have Carl Thompson on cajon.
Hello, Carl. All right, well, I'll let you rock it out.
Thanks.
This next song is called Surrender. All right.
1, 2, 3, and...
Until it burns, there's no way that I could ever ignore this fire, and I'm aware that I just can't walk away. And if
I have an excited look on my face because I'm so excited for this next song, Move On. It's got to be one of my favorites on the show.
Oh, you're so sweet.
And I'm so glad you're here to perform it.
Oh, thank you.
And I had a wonderful time with you on the show.
Today was amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end, but I'm so glad we're ending with this. If you want to know more about Laura Saggers, log on to laurasaggers.com. This next song is called Move On, which, by the way, is for sale for 0.0025 Bitcoins on your website, right?
Yeah, or 99 cents on iTunes.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So if you want to do Bitcoins or American money, then you can do it that way. But anyways, that's it for Music Box. Thank you again, Laura.
Thanks, Michelle.
Good night, y'all.
Last night, fighting like we had a chance. We always seem to survive. This time we're not alright.
And of course I remember crying as you scream goodbye. It's just another night in November. Same story, different time.
Move on, move on, move on. It's time we both agree. It's too far, too gone. Just let it be.
Move on, move on, move on. You've seen the best of me, but I'm wrong. You're wrong, we're wrong. Move on. And as the nights grow colder,
every song about you. Now the lyrics are a test or a warning. The station got stuck and the dial won't move.
Move on, move on, move on. It's time we both agree. It's too far, too gone. Just let it be. Move on, move on, move on. You've seen of me, but I'm wrong, you're wrong, we're wrong. Move on. I'm giving up this fight. No longer will you be mine. Out of mind and out of sight.
I'm giving up this chance. No more will I call you mine. No more will we find out who's to blame.
Move on, move on. It's time we both agree.
It's too far, too gone.
Just let it be. Move on, move on, move on. You've seen the best of me, but I'm wrong, you're wrong, we're wrong. Move on. It's time we both agree.
It's too far, too gone.
Just let it be. Move on, move on, move on. You've seen the best of me, but I'm wrong, you're wrong, we're wrong. Move on from me.
This is our wonderful audio booth in here. I'm taking over.
So just walk really slow.
That's how you mic up the talent, my friends.
Obviously, I don't get the wind in my hair. Yay!
That's better, yeah?
Yeah.